Today's talk is going to be about making friends, biblical view. So we're going to see how we can make friend, what is a true friend, and the best kind of friends a person can have. What is a friend? We're going to open our Bible to Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9, verse 10. Part 9 says, 2 are better than 1. Verse 10 says, what will happen to the one who falls with no one to help him up? If one of them fall, the other can help his partner up. Based on those two verses, a friend is a complement of you. Because we are imperfect, we need the love, support of others to complete ourselves. But why do we need to complete ourselves? We're going to read Psalms 141, verse 5. It says, should the righteous one strike me, it would be an act of loyal love. Should he reprove me, it would be like oil on my head, which my head would never refuse. So why do we need to complete ourselves? It's because we're not aware completely of who we are. So when someone else who is stronger than us or who can see the person we are, they can help you bring out the best out of you. Like the psalmist says, his head would never refuse. So a true friend is someone who can help you become the best version of yourself. The Bible gave us some warnings when making friends. We're going to read Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. It reads, you must not follow after the crowd to do evil. Exodus chapter 23, verse 1 says, you must not spread a report that is not true. Do not cooperate with the wicked one by becoming a malicious witness. So, what are some of the warnings based on those two verses when making friends? You do not want to make friends with people who are gossiping about other people. People who put their head together to lie, either on themselves or someone else. They are involved in activities that the Bible condemns. For example, smoking, drinking, doing drugs, hooking up, getting into group fights. These kind of people would not be good friends. What is wrong with fitting in? What is fitting in? Fitting in is trying desperately to become like someone else, envying other people who act cool. So the thing is, you envy. Once you're dealing with the word envy, it means that something that is not clean or that may not be a good activity for a Christian to practice. The Bible says that we should not envy other people. We're going to read Galatians chapter 6, verse 4, verse 5. It says, but let each one examine his own actions, and then he will have cause for rejoicing in regard to himself alone, and not in comparison with the other person, because everyone will carry his own load. When you see other people, either in a group or in a clique, doing things, you should not envy them, because God will judge you not based on what they're doing, but on what you yourself are doing. How can you yourself be a good friend? We're going to read Philippians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, do nothing out of contentiousness or out of egotism. With humility, consider others superior to you. What does it mean to be contentious? To be contagious means you always thinking about yourself. It's always about you. You only see yourself. You don't see other people. You draw attention to yourself. If you were to act like this, you would not show that you are a good friend. To have an ego means that you are arrogant. Arrogance doesn't have any part to do with humility. It's the opposite. When you are humble, you consider other people superior to you. You don't bring other people down so you can feel good about yourself. You shouldn't bring anyone down, no matter what the reason is behind it. How can you be a good friend? Another way is found in James chapter 1, verse 19. It says, everyone must be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to anger. To be a good friend, you have to be willing to listen. Listen. You must also show you don't have a temperament. Someone who is always getting angry or get mad at every little things. You shouldn't get mad at all if you want to be a good friend. Let's read Proverbs chapter 10, verse 19. It says, when words are many, transgression cannot be avoided. But whoever controls his lips acts with discretion. What is transgression? Transgression is to wrong yourself, to wrong someone else. To be a true friend, you must not criticize other people, either by the way they speak, the way they dress, by their culture. You must not make them feel inferior because they are different from you. Also, you should not try to change anyone, whether it's your mom, your dad, your husband, your brother, your sister. Saying you don't like others because they don't reflect the version of you is an unrealistic viewpoint. You want to associate yourself with people who loves God, but at the same time, we should not reject those who doesn't have the same point of view as you do. Our last topic of this talk, we're going to discuss who is the best of friends a person can have. We're going to read Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25. It says, do not forsake your meetings together, but encourage one another. So the best friends we can have are those who meet together to worship God, to love God, those who are spiritually minded. The most important and the best friendship we can have is a friendship with the superpower, that is God. Let's read Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, verse 5. It says, listen, Jehovah, our God is one Jehovah. You must love Jehovah, your God, with all your mind, all your soul, all your strength. The best friendship one can make is having a relationship with the highest power, which is God. You must also learn to love yourself. How can you love yourself? The first step to loving you is realizing your need for God. We're going to read Matthew chapter 5, verse 3. It says, happy are those conscious of their spiritual need. Or you can say, happy are those who feel the need of God. who feel that they need God. When you realize that you need God in your life, you will learn to love yourself. Therefore, you can be a good friend.
Life's not easy when trouble's around, and the whole situation is getting you down. So-called friends, they just want a reaction. Turn to Jehovah and pray, silently pray. Don't give up, don't give in.